And we're live on a Friday then. Sunday, what? What's up, everyone? I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightwork, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, and messenger of God. What's up, what's up, what's up? It's Friday then. Oh, gosh. I do what I do for you. That's all I'm going to say. I'm doing this one for you. Because, I mean, obviously something's going to bother us. But I feel like unbothered, and I'm just doing my job. That's what the kids said. They're like, why are you doing it? I was like, because it's my purpose. In order to keep up with me, you would have had to catch what I shared in my community page, which I really loved so much. I love when the Holy Spirit, when God comes through and does all the speaking for me. I shared a video by C.J. Lewis talking about a woman who stands alone. And it was the absolute definition of me and my relationship with God and how I live in this world. But it was so beautiful because he spoke of all the other women before me or after me, you know what I mean? That did it, you know what I mean? That did it as well. And I said this in a long time ago when Mother Mary came to visit me in Oklahoma. She was the first witch, you know? The first, you know what I mean? When she wasn't, but in essence, yeah, you know, any woman that God spoke to, you were a witch. If you had any power that wasn't given to you by the patriarchy of the church, then you were a witch and you were going to be hung. You were not allowed to, you know what I mean, be led astray from your husband, ruler. Take it easy, Eve and Adam. Anyway, so it was a beautiful story, and it's like, you know, as misunderstood as I perceive, or that it perceives to be to, you know, people in 2024, 2023, 2025, and going forward, God created women like me. And it was as beautiful as it was to hear about the stories of God talking to us women. It's like there's so many more stories of the men, because the men were allowed to tell their stories. You were deemed crazy. You had no gifts. You had no right to speak with the Lord. You had no way of speaking with the Lord if it wasn't through the clergy, period. And it still stands that way. Anyone that has any prophetic gifts or speaks with the Lord without, you know what I mean, outside of the church is deemed crazy or demonic. So sad, so sad. But anyways, yeah, going back to it, you know, Jesus, we hear him. We speak with him. We wait till he speaks. And going back to my irritating videos yesterday, we're in a state of patience where we wait for God to speak. And it's some of the hardest work you got to do, but you have to do that. You have to stay still and wait on the Spirit and not just be driven by your flesh into madness. Anyways, so that's where we left off, you know, and we're going to pick up right there because I'm sure that's where we pick up, but even though we're not playing pickup sticks. It's Friday, so I do a dark reading. I'm going to see what kind of triggers and shadows God is revealing to us. Why on a Friday? Because so we can look at it with love and compassion. We face a tower under love and compassion. That way we're filled with it by tomorrow when we're filled with the grief of what it is. It's every Friday, typically Friday to Saturday, Tuesday to Wednesday, and anytime there's any major movements in the moon cycle or the planetary alignment, we're forced to push ourselves to our limits. Our reality is forced to push so that we can push forward in a new area of our life. So in order to do that, we have to make sacrifices. We have to face make hard decisions every Friday. So let's see what we're going to be facing today, shall we? I use a particular set of cards to do this type of stuff, and I share all my works with you. We're going to start off with Dante's Inferno. We go one card at a time, one at a time. We'll just keep going through the bullshit. So right now, you're faced with number 11, the Diabolical Warden. Well, isn't that lovely? Because we had just spoken about the City of the Damned prior to that. And then yesterday, Lucifer came in and we talked about hell and your own personal hell. So now we're going to talk about the Diabolical Warden on number 11. As Dante and Virgil reached the gates of the foul city of horde of demons who demand that the living poet retreat back the way he came. Divination. In a pit of darkness, all demons retain some of the memory of the glory of their days in heaven. It is the pain of this memory that causes them to lash out at all within their domain. The glory days, right? You hold on to them and you want, here it comes. The shadow is a part of ourselves we have buried deep down so no others can see it. Without realizing it, we easily project it onto others. Consider whether intense emotions of anger may be born from a hidden or unhealed hurt within. Perhaps what you dislike in your enemy is a fragment of yourself. Open your eyes, shadow within, and it will not have power over you. Well, that was pretty vague. I mean, honestly, what are your shadows? Your hidden feelings that you deny yourself to have? I have so many stories of it, and that's it, as I feel this way, and I have to stand in this feeling. Your feelings are divine. They're given to you by God, and if you will start to walk in your feelings, your spirit, then you can't go wrong. Everything will go wrong around you, but you will start to gain. You will start to understand that this was the right thing to do. Even though it feels wrong, it's the right thing to do. Right? As far as that's what it is when people piss you off, when people bother you, that what you dislike in your enemy is a fragment of yourself. The things that bother us about people are triggered they're nothing more than mirrors of ourselves. And that's where when you know that that's actually what is happening, it gives you an opportunity to stop. And that's what happened with me the other day with those people. They said it fine, and you are, right? I don't know why they said it, but you know what I mean? I lashed out at them, right? From an unhealed place, right? And what is that? It's like, you should fucking know better. You should know better. Everybody is ignorant. Who am I to say that they know the app, or maybe they're scared? Because even people that know, every time they get in my car, they say my name or they confirm it. You know what I mean? So I was coming from an unhealed place, being angry with them. And what I dislike about my enemy is a fragment of myself, meaning I should know better. I treat myself that way, so I treat others that way. Open your eyes to see the shadow within, and it will not have power over you. And that's me. I have to tread very carefully and having this sense of over-entitlement with my knowledge and wisdom so I can give it to you, but not to use it as power over you in any type of way. And that is just, uncalled for. To assume that somebody should know better is putting an expectation on them that they don't deserve, because who knows what they know. We shouldn't lash out at people because of their actions and of their words, because they don't act how we think they should. You should act better. You should say, you shouldn't have said that. They don't know. It creates an opportunity to, open up quietly a boundary, but not backlash. I'm just pointing that out. That's what happened to me. What happened to you? Where are you projecting onto others? I'm seeing the women. The women are projecting on me. They always have been. They always have been. They're holding on real tight. This is a very difficult moment for the twin flames and their karmics. The tighter you hold on, the more that they will resent you for not letting them grow. Why can't you just let them be free and trust them? If there's no trust, there's no relationship. If you always have to be wondering, then you're always going to wonder, and your mind will wander into the darkest places of your imagination, and it will create it creates from there. If there's not full 100% trust in your mate, that's not your mate. If you ever have to wonder. And so I see the projection, a lot of the men had problems with me because I reflect another woman in their life that they disagreed with. But they didn't understand her. And through me, they learned to understand these women that came before me. And that, one, I'm not them. But two, to have compassion for them. Because most of what you don't like, we don't like, and it's just the feelings that God has put inside of our bodies. We don't like it either. I don't like it either. Why do I gotta be the girl? I say that a lot in my videos. All right, so that's what we're looking at, is our shadow. What is your shadow? What are you hiding? What are you scared for me to tell people about you? Oh my God, if she ever found out. What is that? Why don't you tell on yourself so that nobody can find out, and now you can tell your story before someone else does and they fuck up your story? Why don't you let them hear you out? Why don't you hear yourself out? Why don't you tell the story to yourself and start there? That's what we do on these type of days. All right, so these are the dark mirrors. When I realized that we were, it was all about the shadow work, I went on a lot of journeys to find particular cards to help me access your shadows. This is a good one. It's a good one. I've seen tarot readers use these like, trying to tell a stupid ass story. That's not what these are for. There's a difference between tarot and oracles. Oracles are guided messages, bro. Tarot is you creating a message with your memory. So let's see what our dark mirror is. Ooh, there's a good one. Fated to suffer. Oh, shit. There's a good one. Ew. I was made to suffer. To a certain extent. Like, why have these things happened to me? So you can learn endurance for those things. Because although those things are so harsh for you, many have endured those things. Some of them did it quite gracefully, to be honest. And I'm not holding you to their story, because this is your story. You saw this whole contract of all these crazy experiences you could have as a human. Like, I want to try out. I want to see what it feels like to be poor. What a stupid thing. Let's feel that. I want to see what it feels like to be, I'm not going to go on. We're not going to go all that dark. I'm going to eat some of my oatmeal pie. Hey, we were guided to drink the juice. Jonestown. Hey, me and my occult shit. We were guided to mint and spearmint, and I went into the store and they had like 2 rows of whatever the bullshit is. So I had to do a little bit of research, and it's yerba mate, and I was like, yerba, and then it said guayaki, and my family is all from Guatemala and all of this, but that's not where this comes from. But check this out. This is what I really liked right here. Even Yari, the mythical goddess of mate, decrees is in the symbol of friendship. We have always believed that there was a magical tree in the rainforest with powers to unite and energize. Come to life with the high energy infusion brewed with the mighty emerald green mate leaves. What really killed it was this. 140 milligrams of caffeine. I don't know how much milligrams of caffeine is in any other drink, but they say this might be dangerous. It looked like some fucking scary shit. I was like, I don't know. I could have picked anything mint, but I had to pick this shit. Anyway, so we're eating that in an oatmeal pie. We're eating healthily. We're not taking the apple. Eat the apple, people. The apple, the poisonous apple. It's always told as that. Why do you think men... Ew, it's not very good at all. Hold on. Let me test this shit. Let me Ramsey this shit. Hold on. Okay, it tastes like water. And then a bunch of other flavors. I taste the mint and tea. Okay, it's cool. It's not weird. It's cool. As the other flavors, be careful. All right, let's talk about your suffering. I'm fated to suffer. I don't know. Is that going to give me fucking diarrhea or something? Shit. Some of the fucking pills you guys take will do that. A fucking Starbucks coffee will do that. What number is it? 25. Oh, it fell out. Nope, a lot of them fell out. Okay, whatever. 25. It's the waxing Gibson, a stage of depression. Feeling confused in a script, forced by another, and never really fought. Heading towards a destruction or destination of pain. You guys are on a great path. Alright, what the fuck? In the confines of a foggy forest, a misshaped woman hands a green and red apple to a younger woman with red lips, dressed as a servant. Sentence. If you know the future, you forsake your choices. Only with no fate, life is free to unfold into unknown shores. Going dark. Once upon a time, we believed in fairy tales. They were the voice of the common sense, the educational tool which prepared us to duty, danger, and morals. Some things we would never accept if we were told by a single voice. So the world arranges us to hear them with 1,000 voices, 1,000,000 voices. It's about what you can do and what you can't do. What are you worth? What you aspire to? It's about what you like and what you want and what you hold dear. It creates a script which becomes sorry, I don't have no glasses on. Comes as strong as the voice that believes the script combined. So much that cannot see another's path. So much that you cannot see another's path. Are you truly seeing Snow White in the card? Is this story truly the only one that this image can tell? What if the apple is not poisoned? What if the witch is not evil? Is that the same at what you look at in your life? Is that the same at what you look at in your life? Is it truly what you think it is? Are there not other options? Is the opinion of others honestly better than ours? Even if they are many, we are only one. Are you fated to suffer? If not, there is no suffering in the world. The point is, there is no fate. Good point. Fate. That means that you have controls. To say that you're destined or fated to die or to, that means that you don't have any control in this and you're just a working organism and you're just here till you die. Is what they're trying to say is you're suffering because you choose to suffer. Is there not another way? Is everyone that's trying to offer you a way out a bad guy? And this is me. As though as I am the witch, is the apple of knowledge and wisdom that I offer you poisonous? Even though I told you that I gave it to you before, and that's it. Shall you take it one more time and know how to use it this time? And that's it. I don't offer you anything but a connection with God. But in order to do so, you have to leave that no longer serves you. And that goes back to the video by C.J. Lewis. A woman that stands alone stands with God. I wait on God. And that's what I said. What's going to happen when you get here? I don't know. God will tell me what to do with you when you get here. He tells me what to do with myself, my children, my dog, my finances. He tells me what to do every day, all day. You think I'm just going to know what to do with you? I didn't know you was coming. God did, though, and he made a plan. Right now, we rest, we talk, we, chop it up, and then he'll tell us what the plan is. But that's it. It's not my plan. It's his plan. And in the sense of, you have a chance, you have a choice every day to change things that are making you suffer, is what this means. And the things that you think are, I see Bobby. Man, was he right? Wasn't he, though? And I stopped talking to him for that moment. He's like, he called me, what did he say? Fuck, it's in the messages. I was good enough not to delete this one. He said, I feel like you're the devil trying to convince me that the grass is greener in hell. So that's exactly what I am. And what happened? He took the apple. And did it poison him? No. The only thing that's poisoning him is his thoughts, his regrets, his shame, his guilt. Again, I don't believe that he felt bad about seeing me. I think he feels bad about facing everyone else after seeing me. And that's why he can't face me. It's not me he can't face, it's himself. Right? Because I didn't do anything wrong. He did. Even though I told him not to. I told him. And it seemed to be not a problem to him, to his wife, to God, to Jesus, to nobody. The only one that cared about what it would feel like afterwards was me. And afterwards, I felt just fine about it. But obviously. And that's really what it is like I am tempting you. I'm tempting you to walk away from everything that you know and walk with the God that I know. And it's not limited to one, but if you go back to yesterday's version, I said that I was really powerful. I said I didn't know God until I knew Jesus. Meaning, my God wasn't a benevolent God until I met Jesus. None of us were until you met Jesus. Jesus taught us how to be God in our skin, how to be the right God in our skin. That's what I meant about it. Jesus was my God because, and that's what I mean about Kobe is your God. Trump is your God. They resonate with you. They speak to you. They show you, you know what I mean, the fondest parts of you. And through Jesus, I can see God in everyone because that's what he taught was compassion and love and understanding. And through him, through a connection with him, I always go back to him. Pac is no help. He's no fucking help. And me trying to, he's the one that's like, wonder why we call you bitch. That's it. He's not really helpful for that type shit. You know what I mean? There's certain gods that they resonate with you. There's a part of them that live within you, and you guys are just the bestest of friends. But Jesus, the relationship with Jesus is like, it's such a wholesome relationship. Although he's the younger brother in the sense of creation, there's a reason that he stands so tall is because he was so weak and so vulnerable to his calling. You know what I mean? And he loved all without prejudice. And that's what he teaches us. And it's like, I call to him all the time. Help me, Jesus. Like, I don't know how to love them. I'm getting dark about it. I don't know how to, I'm going to get ugly with these people. And when I think of Jesus, it's like, no, don't be ugly. Don't be ugly. Where Pac is get ugly. Ugly. Get him. I'm like, can you stop, dude? You're not helping. And that's it. That's those voices. That dude on my shoulder and shit. On my motherfucking back. Shit. Stop singing. Anyways, what I mean is, it's like the witch. Everyone that's trying to help you isn't trying to hurt you. Number 1, 2, and 3, right? We see this as all foul. Me, Mr. Plum didn't want to let me in because I put witch on my Instagram. He says, your Instagram says you're a witch. I promised him that when I got there, I would never go into his garden. I would never burn any incense. I'd never pull cards. I would never do that stuff outside. So I never left outside. I sat on his porch and I never went in the garden. I left outside of his house and I started to tell people, but I did not do it at his house. You know what I mean? And he didn't want to let me in fear of it. I lived with him. I did all of my witchcraft there. I did everything inside of his house, and he knew that I spoke with dead people. He knew everything. He learned not to fear me, but it didn't matter. The word alone brings fear. And that's why I have to stand tall in it and show you that the witches were not meant to be feared. But there are those that knew how to, and they're not necessarily, that's your mother. You don't need to be magical to be manipulative. You know what I mean? To fuck with somebody. If you're tired of suffering in certain situations, then you have to end them, and that's where the faith comes in. God's going to make a plan. I don't know. You quit your job? Yup. God's going to make a plan. You told the universe to get to work. And you sit still and you watch the plan unfold. Why would he forsake you when this is the first time you've called on him? He won't forsake you, but it's patience. You just called him. He's like planets away and shit. Not really. No. They have a plan ready, but that's where it is. It's like, all right, sit still, hold still, hold on. And that's it. When do you have to wait till? The last goddamn minute. As I always say. He waits till the last minute because in our perception it is. I can't take it anymore. It was going to end. It's the end of the world at this moment. That's when you need him most. That's when it's supposed to be. You didn't need him until that moment. When you need him, he's there. Right? So right now, do I need him? Not really. So he's not right here. But when I need him, he's there. And that's it. It's like when you need me, why don't you talk to me when I'm not? Because you're all suffocating and you always want to make me, And that's what it's like, she knows God. Yeah, he's all over me all the time. He's not always, talking about what I want. And that's what is said in the video, too. It's like she understands that his plan is bigger and she's willing to sacrifice. It's like, I didn't see this way. Why did you make me see? No, that's just what you wanted to see. I told you one thing. You made a big old picture out of it. That's what we do. So as far as suffering, if you're suffering in any area of your life, face it. Face the pain that it's causing you. Feel it. Alchemize it. We'll go through it. Let's see what's making you suffer. Since that's obviously where we're at right now. We went through Dante, which was your shadow. We went through suffering, so we're going to use these. The Black Moon and Lilith. We had a Black Moon on Monday. And a Black Moon on Friday. I use these. These are really good to learn. And the card just fell out. Oh, yeah, that's exactly where we're at. I told you, fuckers. Bro, I told you. Are you sad? She doesn't love me anymore. That's not true. Why do you believe that that's what separation means? When a baby is born, as soon as it's born, they take it from its mother, and they clean it up, and they do all this bullshit, then they give him back to him, and then they get some, they try to, force it on the boob if they can or nothing, then they take it away. They take it away, and then they'll bring it back in a couple of hours or some shit. I don't know. I've had enough of them. The phoenix is on the bottom. We'll talk about that. So anyways, in that moment, do you think the baby's like, oh my God, my mom, my mom, my mom? No, it's just like, well, who are all you people? When's my mom coming back? Where's that voice? Right? Who are you people? And that's it. It's like, when your dog dies, is that forever for you? Or is it like, I'll see you again? When people die, when people go away, when things happen, when things change, when you say goodbye to your friends, they move out of town, they go to college, they get married, they take a job in a foreign country. Is it goodbye forever? Is your memories and your feelings towards that person gone? Or is it just the person's not there right now, but you still feel the same way and you still have the great memories, and if you picked up the phone, it's still the same, like they were here right now. Some of them you can't pick up the phone though, huh? There's another way to communicate if you can't pick up the phone. You know what I mean? And that's mediumship too. But that's also it. The video was, a woman that walks alone. Yeah, when I woke up, all I wanted was, I woke up very devastated. My mom was dead. I've lost everyone. I'm divorced. I have no friends. I have no family. I don't know where all my I woke up as an orphan, just in a 40-year-old body, completely confused. Because of I have no memories. I don't know what's going on. Otherwise, I have a brand new life. I'm working on music. I'm doing all this stuff. I have this, very organized life that I'm part of, that I'm looking at. But I'm not understanding how I became and how I got here and what am I really doing and what and who are you? And why do I feel like this? But wait a minute, I was married. What about those guys? And what the fuck? And all I wanted to do was figure it all out and come back into union with people. I wanted friends. I wanted family. I wanted a lover. I wanted all of this. So I went looking for them. I went looking for trouble and found nothing I didn't like. And that's what happened. They had to take me back in through these people and these memories to understand why they were no longer part of my life. And each one would tell me these stories about how I flipped out and just walked out of their lives and never talked to them again. After I went back into their lives and spent a little bit of time with them, I soon discovered why I would do that and why I didn't walk alone, or why I walked alone. So then I kept it like that, and I realized that anyone from the past was supposed to be left in the past and not to hold on to them. But then new people that came in, I wanted to hold on to so fucking dearly. You were my first person, my first new friend, my first anything. I want to hold on to you. But they were also just made to come and make me remember. And after I would remember and heal, the feelings would go away and the attachment, and then God would say, leave them be. There are no more. It's been forever. I don't know. And then all the memories I do get back from my life, it was always just me in these places again, you know what I mean? This isolated place within but without. Like, I see myself, when I was married, sitting, hiding in rooms that we had, always hiding, always sitting on the porch. For years, I just sat on the porch. Not in my room, not in the living room, not in the kitchen, not in the bathroom. Just on the porch, always just outside. Just outside of everyone, outside of everything. Just there, alone with my thoughts and my feelings. And so, I wake up and I think that's going to change. But instead, I start to understand how important it is. And going back to that video, is I don't connect well with people for all different types of reasons. And even more so now that my spiritual gifts are so fluid. And it's like my life was always meant to be disconnected. because the connections are a little bit too much. You know, they become too much. The more I know about you, the more I care about you, the more invested I become in you, the more attached I become to you. And I'm not here to do anything but change the world. I don't own anything of it, and I won't take any part of it with me but memories and feelings. I get pretty pissed off that every single person they bring, I keep thinking they're going to be part of this world, this kingdom, my spiritual learning center. I did it 4 days ago with this new guy, only to find out that he was nothing more than an assignment, just like everyone else. I get so excited they're going to bring me someone, and all it is work. So this year I'm going to try not to be so excited and just do my work. And when somebody really is supposed to come, they'll come. But that's it. I was working to keep people around. Of it. I can't make you stay. Everything about means you want to run. I'm just supposed to activate it inside of you and you're going to run with it. It's like, but in the sense of, I didn't bring you in to begin with. So, you know, that's what I said, I think yesterday in a video, I might like just live this whole life as an enigma. You know what I mean? Just a spirit that moved through and some witness. So it's a good possibility. I don't see myself in crowds. I don't see myself on big stages. I never have. That would be so much absolute energy that I think it would like just kill me. You know what I mean? Literally, because I'm feeling you. I feel everything about you. And turning it off is not really a thing. The only thing I can do is take myself out of the game. So that's all that shit. And that's why I'm so set apart. That's why I sit outside. I mean, because otherwise I'm in here with my kids' feelings, their emotions. They get very riled up. They get riled up in their feelings and their thoughts about what they're invested in on their, you know, on their screens. So like even my son, when he's losing and he's like, oh, I feel it and I repulse it back to him. Fucking stop. You know what I mean? Because he's really feeling like that. He's getting all that frustration and it's bouncing off of him to me. You know what I mean? When she's telling me these, she wants to see the most graphic things and she puts it on me and I'm this pain and terror and sadness and soreness of watching this video that she found so very entertaining. I'm like, oh God, I wish you never showed me that. And she'll come at me with phone. Look, Mom, look. And I look down and I can't get it out of my eyes. And it's like, oh God, how am I going to get that image out of my skin? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So like, I don't want to be put apart, but I understand why. And it's for my own, you know, for God's purpose and for my own happiness. But each of the relationships that he presents to me are so precious to me because of the hopes that it will be an everlasting relationship. It really is. And that's where I get really pissed off and upset. But at the same time where I've mastered, and I don't master it. Mastering it would say, it's easy. It's not easy to let everyone go all the time. To make a friend and then say goodbye. It sucks. You know, like the guy, his name's Ray. Ray lives in a camper where I park my car. And you know, Ray just went back to work. Again, I inspire, bro. Ray went back to work. He's making $1,500 a week. He went back to work. Ray's first day at work was yesterday, and he called me on his lunch break. Ray doesn't have a friend in the world, but he had someone to call, and you know, he had that, and that was good. At the time, I was actually getting in the shower, but it was good to talk, you know. And then he had to move the car, and he's like, I don't want to leave your car, and so we set it up so I could go over there and move my car and stuff. But one day, I'll have to leave Ray. Like, you know what I mean? You know? But it's not like I don't care about him and I'm not worried. You know, when I go out to the airport, I hit him up. I'm like, if I'm getting off on Tower or if I'm going somewhere near that way, I'll hit him up. But I'm not there now. But one day I will leave. And it doesn't mean that Ray won't be important to me when I go my next place. It just means that Ray was only supposed to be my friend now, and I needed a friend. We needed someone to make us feel safe on these streets. And he showed us it was okay. And he keeps us safe. He watches over us with a gun. Literally. Literally. If I'm not there, he'll call, and we needed that person. I'd like to take that person and fix that person and make his life all better and take him with me and hold on to him forever for just watching out for me. But that's not how it works. You know what I mean? And it sucks. You meet these people and you want them to be part of your life forever. You are so important. You mean so much. In that moment, they really, really do. And you really, really needed them. But you really got to let them go because there's other people that are waiting to meet you. And that's, how God says. So yeah, we're separated right now. God has put me apart, and He's pulling you probably apart too from some things. Let's talk about it. 35. I'm going to talk about this whole alchemical process according to this book. I teach you in lots of books, but this is a really good one to understand it. It's very scientific. Division and integration on page 82. Raw and real honesty with yourself is needed right now. When the separation oracle card comes up, you have an important decision to make. When you go through the internal growth, your external must also shift. What does that mean? When you see things, you have to change things. When you feel different about things, you got to make a change. You know what I mean? Okay, I no longer am going to wear fucking tight white jeans. I'm going to get rid of them. I'm not going to hold on to them. I'm going to get rid of them. You know what I mean? In the sense of when you're done with something, then you have to let it go fully. And that's it, And that's hard. It's hard. When you go through internal growth, your external must also shift. The separation phase in alchemy is like finding the courage to let go of a draining contract. We're still there, aren't we? I told you, if you didn't do it last week, it's going to come up this week. Finally, taking the next steps into a project or stopping harmful habits. This is accepting a new love into your life that may not be your typical type, but it's for your highest good. Okay, here we go again with this bullshit. And of course, he's sitting on the top of my car. Not like I don't have patience. I don't have patience. I don't have it in me. I don't want to. That's all lies. I'm just tired. And I'd like not to have to put in so much effort into believing in another man. That's all. All I ever did was believe in them, and it wore me out. That's all I ever do is believe, and that's how I get everything done. Right? So going back to Wolfman. Oh, man, he's in his darkness. He's all in it, dude. And I'm like, see? I knew you ain't shit, motherfucker, is what I kind of said yesterday. But that wasn't what I said, but that was how I was feeling. And I'm learning to use my words a little bit better. But in the sense of, you're going through it. It's just what you're going through. And it's like, and that's Russ. Stand by my side while I'm working on me. I don't want to stand by your side. I wanted you to do the work with me. I don't want to stand by the side and wonder if you're working. Wait for a seed to grow. You know what I mean? Wait for water to boil. It's not fair to me. I've been waiting my whole life. Right? So in the sense of, where is this, the new love? Ugh, this fucking contract. I was supposed to accept it. And then finally I accept it, but then I'm like, ugh, I don't really. Acceptance doesn't mean, I don't know how to explain this. I'm about to say something like, how do I explain this? Accepting it doesn't mean that it's real or that it's yours. You just accept. You come to an acceptance, and then it almost is like it disappears. That's like fighting a fear. You come to acceptance, and then it's gone. So, it's just a push of the ego. I did it with all the 12, and now here comes a new one. Could you give this guy a chance? And here comes the ego of where I will list off 500 reasons why I will not. But there's no reason for me not to give anybody a chance. Which means right there, I'm still judging. I don't know. I'm like, I like literally got like, it's just, what happens? I don't know, guys. It's like you loved me so much and now you hate me. I don't know. I don't hate you. And I don't not love you. It's just the attraction completely turns off by your actions. It's like, I don't even know what it was. I still try to figure it out. It's in those videos. I'm sure the other fucking 11 know what I don't. You know what I mean? When it comes to Russ, I know that I loved him, dude. And I was attracted to him. Madly. I know it's there because I can have these faint images of going through so much torture about him. A lot of the crying and fighting God. Like, why do I have to love this man? Why, dude? I'm not going to love him. I'm not going to be honest. But I did. I only got to that place because I was in a hurt place. I loved him before I got to that place. Till I got to a hurt place. And I can't really say it was the 818. I don't think it was the album release. I was already beginning to hate him before that. And I don't know if it was nasty or what it was, but I did. I went from loving him to hating him. But I never stopped loving him. I just hated everything he was doing all the fucking time. Just your very fucking essence. Shave your fucking face. Cut your fucking hair. Your fucking pants are too big. Did you buy a fucking car? You're such a fucking clown. Like, everything he does. Everything. Everything. You're like, everything? Fucking everything. Everything bothers me about that man. But it doesn't mean I don't love him. He just bothers the shit out of me. Seriously. It really does. So now I'm in this bothersome place with Wolfman. But it's a place that I get with every man. Where you fucking bother me. You're just bothering me. Like, everything about you bothers me. And that's what I did to him yesterday. You haven't cut your hair. You're not shaving your fucking face. Are you wearing fucking flip-flops on are you wearing... You know what I mean? Like, I'm nitpicking them. Meaning I'm looking for a reason to get away from you. And I'm listing all of the reasons why I should get away from you. But are they really reasons that I should leave you? Or am I just, you know what I mean, nitpicking? Did any of this matter before? No. Why does it matter now? Because I'm looking for a way out. Why do I want a way out? You know, you want to look at him and you're like, because it's not who I thought it would be, but that's not it. Because I get that close with everyone, and I get that close with everyone, and it's not worth it. This isn't worth it. I'm out of here. I give up on everyone. Which in essence means I give up on myself every time. And I'm right back where I started, trying to love again. And that's where I got in spiritual court. They're like, who will you try with? I tried to love Bobby. I tried. I did him. I gave him my best. And I thought that's all they wanted. And it doesn't change anything. It doesn't change anything. It didn't change anything other than how I feel about myself. This far in the game, when you realize what the game is, you're just so tired of it. Loving you doesn't mean you're going to love me back. It just means I'm going to love myself more. But the intentions in loving you is so that you'll love me back. And that's where it's all fucked off. Because it's not the truth. But it is. They love me just fine. So it's like, I have to keep doing this. But then you're like, well, it's beneficial to myself. They're still fucking nothing. At least I'm getting better. But am I? When I'm like tired of it? If I don't keep trying to love men, then I'm not loving myself because I love men. You're like, what? I know, I fucking hate that, right? Oh, yeah, I can't explain it. God made me this way. I'm just trying to tell you what it feels like. I don't know what it is. He fucking made this shit. Let's see. You accepting new love that's not your typical, but it's for your highest good. You gain clarity, and now is the time to choose yourself first. Cutting ties of discord. Those who are meant to come along on the ride will accept the new version of yourself that you are stepping into. Oh, now you guys know why I laughed so hard about Marshall and his thing. Yeah, I had to go tell the man I love what I did. I told him. But that's how much I love him, and that's how close our relationship was, is that I could tell him. I told the world. He told on me. That's what I was like, God, you did this? You knew I was going to do this? Yep, we planned this shit out. We made a whole commercial for this shit. I was like, oh my God, God. The universe was on that play. I told you they'd be watching. They watch all my acts. Anyways, going back to it. This is some bullshit. Sorry. It's really, that's why I was like, they'll accept the new. Like, a couple people only figured it out yesterday. What did you do? Oh my God, she did do that, didn't she? Yeah, I fucking did. I told you I did. In the middle of the day. With lots of people watching. I didn't give a fuck. I was like, I just got all those Lilith fucking posts. It's like, offerings to Lilith is carnal acts. I was like, yeah, that's right. And I've done all that video the weekend before. You're like, the answer is just to fuck him. I was like, I can't do that. I could do something though. I know, and that's what I was like, yeah, I kind of used you. I had to use you for my own personal growth. What a bitch. Right, but in the sense of, I didn't end up with a boyfriend. I didn't end up having sex. I didn't end up with shit. I got blocked. Not really. He didn't block me. He just ghosted me like they all do. I got exactly what always happens. So I'm like, I don't want to do this no more. Is this what's going to happen every time I love one of you motherfuckers? No. Somebody else would have asked for more. That's what I heard. It was some bullshit. That was Pac for sure. Get out of here, Pac. That's not helpful. Yeah. Yeah, he was there watching. I mean, probably. There was probably cameras too. It was... I have no shame. God was there. I was forgiven before I did it. Keep going on. Your clarity, and now you have the time to choose yourself first. Cutting ties of discord. Those who are meant to come along with the ride will accept the new version of yourself that you are stepping into. So unapologetic and very dangerous. She will do whatever makes her feel. Yeah, pretty much. But I'm guided by God, and there's a limitation to what I do. This is the third stage of the alchemical Magnum Opus that cleanses your soul through the magic or the mystical element of air. I'm picking up an air sign. You got my King of Swords? Could be a Libra. And is associated with Mars, the planet of action. Yeah, he's in retrograde. In erotic symbolism of modern tarot, air is associated with the swords, which actively cuts and severs. And my Queen of Swords. To affect change. I told you, dude. I love him. I love my King of Swords, but damn it. Bullshit is a cleansing of matter through the process of cutting and separation. Yeah, we're separated right now. After this stage, you are left with the parts of yourself you want to keep and continue with on your ascension path. I told you, that's just what happens. It's, you just let go. You're like, all right. It's kind of a painful little process, but you kind of just like, you're like, ugh, this really isn't any good for me. You're not even talking to me. I almost said something really funny. Anyways, while it can feel painful to let go, lightening your load is necessary for your healing journey. Hey, and that goes back to you guys and your weak ass karmics, bro. Those bitches don't stand alone. They don't walk with God. They're all about the crowd's approval. But so are you. That's why I was like, ugh, this is not you. This might be me. I guess it's just me, the holy me. All right, so we're going through a stage of separation. As if you didn't know. Where's the rest of my cards? We had the Phoenix on the bottom, and then we had... how is this blocking your light? You need to just lead your life, obviously. It could be an Aries. We're still in the fire sign, so we'll keep it up. Keep it up, number one. How is this blocking our light? He's blocking my light. You're all in my shit. When this card appears, the universe is calling you to embrace your desires, set boundaries, and say no. You may feel you need to take on the world by yourself, rejecting support from others of fear of appearing weak. This can leave you feeling depleted. The lesson here is that you can both lead others and rely on them for support. The first step is to change your belief around independence. I mean, I'm tired of this bullshit. Aries is the masculine first sign of the zodiac, ruling over the self, identity, and personality. Symbolized by the ram, it is an energetic fire sign that prefers to blaze its own trail. When Black Moon Lilith is here, you can feel forced into a role of having to do everything on your own, or your desire or natural tendency towards independence can trigger others. I mean, somebody's got to do it, and nobody wants to do this. I said that last night in my videos. Would you sacrifice your comfy life to sit there and walk in faith and hope? To search for Jesus and God as I do? Nope. But then the video came in and showed you why we do such things. Because it gives us peace. We're out of control. And while he's in control, we can just chill. Not really. It's not that easy. The mother may have the mother. Here we go again with your mother. The mother may have had to lean heavily on their masculine energy to support the family. Singer Billie Holiday... Here comes Pac, and Billie Holiday was there kicking it with somebody. Anyways, stop singing. Singer Billie Holiday was a natal Black Moon Lilith in Aries and a teen mother and with an absent father. This can be an inherent pattern of self-reliance and a fear of support from others that can leave you feeling unfulfilled. I can't wait on you to fucking make my dreams come true when you don't even know how to fucking wipe your ass. Sorry, I hate to be ugly, but fuck! How are you going to even possibly understand what is my operating system? Marshall gets it. He gets it. He knows I do it. He just doesn't understand. You don't need to understand. You didn't need to understand your shaman or your medicine woman or your seer or your sage or the witch. Nobody asked how she got her powers and what she did. You just trusted the bitch. And you respected the bitch. And you loved the bitch. You don't gotta do all that. You didn't try to be the bitch. You were just cool about, the bitch cared about you. I mean, seriously, this is stupid shit. I just want to go into this. Like, everybody's all judgy and shit. Like, I can't. You're not going to hear him talk to you like me, and he's not going to tell you what he tells me. Because my conversations with God are very much more, they're closer than most people. Because I am closer to God than that. But my point is to get you close to him, and you can have this full understanding where he's guiding you too. Not me. I'm not guiding you, assholes. I'm not telling you what to do with your life. I don't know. I had somebody ask me that earlier. She was a wonderful lady. She's like, what are they supposed to do with their lives? I was telling her about the 12. And I was like, I don't know. God gave them that. I'm just supposed to inspire them to listen to that voice and take that step into the unknown. And actually, Marshall fucking Mathers, he gave me a full fucking blueprint for that motherfucker's retirement and a way to change the entire music industry forever. But he'd have to stop singing to do it. Motherfucker. Don't worry, I didn't give it to no one else because nobody else could have done it. We already talked about this. But in the sense of, he gave me his whole blueprint. He gave me lots of stuff to give to people. But it's not like I fully know. He don't even tell me what the fuck to do. I gotta sit around waiting all day for him to tell me what the fuck to do with my life. So I don't know what he wants for you. But I know that when you come near me and you start talking, or period, when you come near me and I get into it, I'm gonna see the truth, and you're gonna tell me. I'm just there to confirm the shit you don't believe. That's it. You already knew it. You knew it. I think my boyfriend. I bet you know he's cheating on you. Do you think he's cheating on you? You have all the evidence. Why are you asking me? I wasn't even there. I don't even know your dude. What the fuck are you talking about? That's an automatic yes. How do you know? Because you think so I'm pretty sure you're right. Are you being paranoid? Do you have a tendency to be paranoid? Do you accuse people of cheating a lot? No. Well, then what makes you think this? And you're going to tell me exactly all the red flags that you saw but you didn't want to believe. You're waiting for someone else to confirm what you don't want to believe. And then they tell you he's cheating and you still don't want to believe it. Then you go ask him And he says, yeah, I've been fucking that bitch. I didn't fuck that guy. Anyways, and you're like, no, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Bitch, you better believe the shit. How long you didn't want to believe the shit? I know, right? Why don't you want to believe it? You already knew. You know. And that's what pisses you off. You don't want to know. Just like me. I don't want to know. Oh, why do I need to know that? Like, at the beginning of the movie. I know how this ends. You're like, damn, I spent $13 on a ticket. I know how this ends. They're going to get together. Watch this. You're like, damn, I saw that movie. I could have wrote that story myself. Yeah, you psychic bitch. Why'd you do it? That's why I don't watch football games. You want to know who's winning the KC Bronco game? I don't want to know. I can't do that. You know why? Because you got Drake's bitch ass out there trying to make money off of my prophecies. No, bitch. That's not how this works, bitch. Doesn't matter who wins. You know who wins? I win. I'm not going over there. Damn it, don't make me go over there. I might be over there. Bitch. No, it's too cold for that shit. Not this weekend. Lead your life, right? Lead your life. Here comes fucking Rihanna. Just live your life, bitch. Live your life. Get on my fucking energy. What is it? You may feel the need to take on the world. Oh yeah, single parent, all of that shit. Feminine shadow work. Accepting support is healthy and will lift your energetic burdens. Does somebody want to help me? You want to do? Do you want to do it just out of the goodness out of your heart, or you want to be all powerful and say, I did it. I helped that bitch. That bitch needed me. Bitch, that's not nice. And that's why people like us don't want you. We don't want your help. Because then you're going to go around like Russ and say that you bought all this shit for me. Fucking Russ. I bought my mom this, and I bought this, and I bought this, and I bought this, and I do all this. And you ain't doing shit for me, bro. You ain't doing shit. Get down on your knees. I'll tell you what to do. I love you, Russ. God. Ugh. That's why I'm like, my biggest fear is it's Russ. It's you. Oh, God. I'm going to work so hard. I mean, in essence, I'll have to work that hard with everyone. Fucking tiptoe around your bullshit. It's too hard. It's not that hard, but it seems like it. And that's how you look at me. It's too hard to love you, bitch. Bitch, it's too hard to love you. It's too hard to love you. God loves me. I love myself. You don't love yourself or God or anybody. You need a lot more than I do. Really, all I need is a fucking hug. Some Oreos occasionally. Like, for real. And you just shut the fuck up sometimes. Like, we'll be okay. We don't need all that. Like, really. Like, okay. I've been doing this shit for fucking forever. Fucking need your ass. Alright, I need you. I was Happy Gilmore. And he's like, fuck you! She's like, no, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. Come back to me. And then this weird old lady comes up and makes the breakfast. Yeah, I'll take that lady too. Forgive me. Once you accept support, the universe will manifest more people who want to support you. Who wants to support my bullshit? I mean, really, do you support this method? My cash app's in the bottom. You are opening your divine feminine container to receive abundance. I got an image. That was a great one. It was like, what do they call that in the Olympics? Where they ride the pole? Just kidding. All right, divine masculine shadow work. You secretly admire and gravitate towards independent energy. This creates tension with your own masculinity. The key is to learn to lean in your leadership while accepting and integrating others' opinions. I really don't give a shit what you think. Just kidding. Tell me. Go ahead. What I think you could do to make your channel better? Go ahead. Make it better. I don't care. It's valuable information. I just don't apply it because, you know, I have no reason to care about it yet. You can make me care, but I don't. What is your opinion based on? Your opinion is based on what you see. What you see is only half of what you're getting, because really, you only see what you want to. You don't even see me. A million pairs of... You take my picture that I occasionally post of me looking great and think I look like that all the time? Not today. Like, my hair is very curly today. We're not looking like that. See? I don't got no makeup on. I'm wearing pants. And no eyebrows. True story. I only put them on when I have to. Why? Because I'll be rubbing my eyes all day. I'll be like putting on oils and stuff. It's not really important. Again, the only one that looks at me is me. I got it. As long as I look good to me, I'm good. You good? We're good. Your friends might not think I look too good. That's your problem, not mine. I don't think your friends are out here looking too good either. On their opinions. Allow divine masculine to shine while also giving space for others' desires. Release the shame around who you are. It's time to embrace the fire that burns within you. Somebody call 911. I mean, that's what it is. It's like, I really wish you liked me, but it don't matter if you don't. What's that mean? You don't like me? I don't care. Why? Because you're just projecting. You're projecting on me. What is this? How is it affecting others? Projection. Yeah, you're projecting on me. I didn't do nothing to you. Everything about me bothers you. That's okay. It's likewise. Everything about you bothers me too. Until I was unbothered. And now you're like, she doesn't care. I just don't get bothered. It doesn't mean I don't care. I guess that's what that means. You've reached the end of the rainbow, and your spiritual pot of gold is yours. When the projection oracle card appears, the cosmos wants to let you know that abundance, joy, and fulfillment. Late there, buddy. Just kidding. You are at the end of an arduous yet empowering journey towards self-acceptance and empowerment. The sun is the erotesic symbol of this time in alchemy, so pay attention to your sun sign in astrology. I am a fool, Sagittarius. You are now aligning with this power. Obviously, I'm going to shoot my arrow and go galloping after some bullshit. Your shadow is projected back to you when you cast it out to others. But so is your light when you go through the alchemical process and embody it. This is the final stage of the Magnum Opus, where you have released shadow projections and you are emanating out of your spiritual gold easily and effortlessly. You are now fully aligned with your higher self and fully embody your life's path. You've achieved the Philosopher's Stone and are able to use it to transform the world around you. Well, yeah. Ta-da! But as I'm going to read in this is just, you master it all the time. You're always masturbating the bullshit. Not you. You should not do that. Oh, God. And then he came out and told everyone he masturbates. Oh, my God. I have a thing against masturbation. Did you know that? Obviously. We already faced that, but come on. There's I can pull out a million reasons of why I don't want to fuck with you. Doesn't mean I won't. It just means these are reasons that I didn't fuck with people before you. I'm not really cool with all that shit. Although I fuck with him, but not you. Why? Why are you masturbating with all these women? That means you're overindulgent. That's just too much. Don't you know how to feel bliss without touch? I just feel like that. Okay, guys, let's be honest. Okay. All right. Let's put on the masculine. Let's put on the masculine skin and let's just be honest. Let's be honest. All right. You don't want to have to work that hard for your mate, bro. Oh, can you imagine dating Kim Kardashian? Kanye came in on that one. Oh, there's a possible snow shift. Hey, I love doing that job. I'm going to do that job. Great. You pay me a lot of money to do that job, too. That's a great job. Oh, the warlock's there. Oh, God. He invited me to his house, and I flipped out on him. Oh, God. Thanks, God. See, I told you some shit would come at me. Damn it. Forgot about that guy. I flipped out on him. Told him called him Epstein and stuff. Damn it. Well, we'll circle back to that circle jerker. Going back to it, it's like... So what happened, Kanye? You gave up? I mean, seriously. And that's how I look at Russ. Or any of you. It's going to take so much. But if we're staring at the Aries, we're talking about him. Like, bro, I am not going to do this. That where you have a sex addiction and an ego. This is Russ. This is, no offense, you're not. But you have the same darkness. And it's like, why would I deal with your darkness and not his? When I've already had to deal with his. And really, his is bullshit. In comparison to yours, you have a serious problem. No more than Bobby did when I first met him at 25, and I thought that shit was attractive. So that's where you look at all this shit. You're like, why won't you do it? I'm too old for this shit. I'm not competing or comparing. Like, if you really want to sit there and go to the grocery store and shop women, everywhere you go, you're shopping a woman to see what, you're looking for the perfect fit, which is a condom size at this point. That's how he operates. Wolfman operates like that. Whatever. That's one hell of an operation, bro, that he's got going on. And they love him. And for good reasons. He's a sexy beast. I feel like, he's a call boy. Like, fuck, I'll call you. No. Because that's it. And that can be good for your self-esteem. Just throwing sexual energy around like that. Just dicking bitches down all the time, feeling all powerful. How do you feel after? I can tell you. I know. I'm Lilith. I know. How do you feel after? Oh, a little disappointed, to be honest. It wasn't all I thought it would be, but at least I got a memory out of it. Now I know what one looks like. I'd like to see number 2, please. What's behind curtain number 2? Is that a glory hole? Get away from me. Just kidding. Going into this, what are we talking about? Your spiritual gold. Yeah, I'm a freak. Whatever. The Philosopher's Stone. I don't know what we were talking about. Investigate your sun sign in astrology when you are in the phase of alchemy. Learning more will give you a stronger idea of how to continue embodying your spiritual gold. For further details on how to channel your astrology Cal sun sign, see page 48. Shall we see? Shall we see? 48. That was way too close. 36. Wait a minute. Oh, they said page 48, not card 48. What's on here? Is it the sun? It is. It's your sun sign. I mean, what are you? What is your sign? I'm a freaking Sagittarius. So my sun sign is a wise teacher. Go figure. I'm doing exactly that. I'm wise and I'm teaching you some shit. All right. How many cards did we pull? 4. What's the 5th card? How can you transmute this bullshit? Well, I see Jezebel on the bottom, but we've had enough of that bitch. Oh, Magdalene. There we go. This is a really good one because we were just talking about that, that faithfulness. Mary Magdalene left her family, left her country, left her religion to go chase some guy. Is that you? Or that could be you. It could be me. In faith. My savior. Anyways, sorry, it's funny. I don't know. When you walk with Jesus, they think you're crazy, but everyone else did the same fucking walk. The Dark Mother Goddess in a powerful archetype has been venerated in ancient cultures throughout the world. For example, Isis, Hecate, Lilith, Kalima, and Black Madonna. Okay, I was not the Black Madonna. When the Black Madonna shows up, it is time to surrender. The Dark Mother of Creation is always working for your highest good. Even though you may not feel... Oh, this isn't Mary Magdalene. This is Mother Mary. Like it at all times. The key is to take deep breaths, release, and allow everything to fall away that isn't in alignment. The Black Madonna is showing you that chaos is just another form of divine creation in the universe, and an indicator that new beginnings are taking shape. I told you that. And I said that too. It's like, I don't know what God's doing. Let him work. I got my own work to do. And that's why the kids are like, why are you doing a reading? Because this is my job. It's my job, right? Did you leave a Valentine? No, I didn't. Somebody's fucking around with you. Somebody said, did you leave a Valentine's at my door? No, it wasn't me. Creepy, super creepy at a hotel. Super creepy. I'd be scared. Wasn't me. It was terrifying, dude. Oh my God, they know where you live. The Black Madonna is showing you that chaos. Yeah, sorry. Feelings of doubt and impatience can come up. We're supposed to be teaching you about patience. You also may receive healing support from divine feminine or maternal figures in the form of financial, professional, or life guidance. Ooh, I need that. In a female form? Sure. Accepting the help you need from them. It is a gift to help you on your journey. Hey, whoever you are, whoa, is it Christmas? The Black Madonna is a controversial artistic depiction of Virgin Mary. I don't want to tell you all her stories. The universe is here to heal and protect you. Surrender and know it's working for your highest good. And that's what that video said too, is I don't know what God's doing, bro. I just know he's doing. Let him do what he needs to do. And if he tells me to do something, then I do it. But that's the thing, is it's not all about taking action. And right now, we're not supposed to be taking any action. We're supposed to just sit here waiting on his ass. Patience is the virtue. Oh my gosh, is it terrible. It's not really. It just gets hard after a long time when you start to really, it wears you down. You're like, don't forsake me, God. All right. Last part, dissolution. Emotional clearing. This is how we get through this all. What is your gold? You have to go through the emotional clearing process. It's a house clearing process, people. That's what the cards say. I want to point out that they're not specific. They're saying to cut stuff out. There was nothing specific here. They're leaving it open-ended. This is an open-ended question as to what do you need to remove from your life. I mean, truthfully, something weird going on. You need some separation from certain places, people, places, and things, so that you yourself can start to develop that same relationship with God and with Spirit, right? right? And that's leading your life, not doing, what the fuck kind of rich and famous lifestyle do you have that you can't leave your family for a couple of weeks so that you can go find yourself and God and what your true purpose is here? I don't know. And whoever you are, I mean, God made me do it with no money, and here I am. Okay? You're going to really have to start acting in what God made you. What's your sign? What is your astrological sign? That sign alone, you can go look it up. It has characteristical traits to it. You have, oh God, they're telling me to get the list. Hold on. There's certain things about you, certain aspects that you and your sign carry. For example, as a Sagittarius, we're always teaching people. We're talkers. We're very social. Where are my fucking guides? I don't know where they are. Damn it, Phoebus. There's certain things about us that each and every Sagittarius has. Oh, speaking of which, I talked to, what's your fucking name? Fencer today. He's a Sagittarius. I forgot about him. That was a fun journey, taking shots at Fencer. That was fun. Forgot how big you were, bro. You were enormous. What the fuck? I was like, I'm not making... Again, biggest fear. Dude, that guy is like... That's why I told Royce. I was like, Royce, look at what God pushed me into. I know everybody's jealous and shit, but do you see this guy? I'm terrified. Anyways, there's just certain parts about you, certain aspects about you that you can tap into just by knowing your astrological sign. You know, if you're a Cancer, then you're this. If you're this, then you're that. And I'm not going to tell you what you are. But learn how to work with those things. Yes? Yes. What did it say? Tap into your... Oh, yeah. So that was that card. And then... I saw Capricorn. And then we talked about... Stop. What are you guys doing? No, you're not. You're messing around. No, I'm not. Yeah. Then tapping into your divine feminine is very difficult, especially me, because I was made to be the masculine. I was made to be I had to man up. So I walk into masculine energy typically. Yes, I'm a feminine, but I walk into masculine energy. I'm very, you know what I mean, rough around the edges. I'm very much like a dude. I'm a tomboy, I guess is what they called that or something like that. But that's just it. Allowing myself to be vulnerable and weak and open and all of that is the transformation process. And I do allow it. But the masculine will come in to be very protective over it when I do allow my guards down. You know what I mean? I have to work with my masculine to let my guards down, to be that Queen of Cups for you, to be real feeling and compassionate, understanding. It's a part of me that's inside of me, but I have to allow that part to be important. Each of you have that part where you can let your guards down and you can be silly and you can be sweet and you can be open and you can be true and you can be authentic around certain people because you feel like they're not going to judge you. They get you. You can be yourself around this person. But not truly, because you're always holding back a part of yourself, because that's part you're afraid they will not accept, the real true essence of yourself. That's what we're trying to get, is those parts of you that you're afraid to let be seen. And you'll see me sometimes and like, oh, don't say that. Here it comes. Meaning it's important for me to let this be said because this is what's really inside of me. Whether it be from me or someone else, there's no reason I should hold back, worried about how it's going to make you feel and what the backlash is of me speaking truth. I'm not speaking lies. I'm speaking truth. You know, so allowing your divine feminine inside of you to come out is the hard work. To be vulnerable, to be kind, to be forgiving, to be receptive, to be, you know what I mean, open and nurturing to yourself and to others. I'm seeing Marshall when he did it in that, I didn't watch it, Marshall, sorry. I didn't Netflix and chill with you, bro. When he did, that girl went to cry because she lost the whatchamacallit, the competition. And he's like, you know, sweetheart, no. He knew that feeling. And so his divine feminine inside of him, not his father, not the father inside of him, not the masculine, his divine feminine came to her rescue. This is a man. But it was his heart that rescued her, not his wit, not his might. And that's what it is as hard as he is, his heart is bigger than his heart, than his name. And that's what it means, is to allow yourself to show that. Because, all due respect, there was another woman, and there was Royce, and probably Fat Neck right there, and none of them cared that her feelings were hurting. But Marshall cared. His heart hurt for her, and he wanted to console her. His divine feminine felt her divine feminine, and he had to act in it. I can't just sit here quietly. I have to tell her it's okay. I have to console this child. Is that being a good father? Or is that being in touch with it, being in touch with his emotional, you know what I mean? His feelings. And that's it. That was some weak shit. But it was the strongest shit you'll ever see. By him taking a moment to feel her weakness, he was the strongest man in that room. Right? Beautiful moment, Marshall. Love you. Emotional cleansing. What do we do? What does this mean? Oh, man, this is painful. This isn't the real... I haven't hit an ego death yet. Something will happen. It always does. Where it's going to hurt. I'm going to see something that's going to hurt me. It's going to hurt my ego. Probably Russ. He comes through on a Friday. What are you going to do, Russ? What are you doing? What are you going to do to hurt my feelings today? He used to do it intentionally. I don't think he does it intentionally. Sometimes. I don't know. Maybe. If I tell him I love him, he usually attacks me after, and I did that this week, so he might get me pretty bad. Anytime I try to get close, he attacks me pretty hard. He tries to hurt me. Pushes me away real bad. Sometimes it works. I take it personal. So anyway, something's going to hurt my feelings. My very sensitive feelings. And I'm going to have to evaluate, why does this hurt so much? Why do you care so much about what they just said to you or what just happened? And we'll work through it. That's pretty much it. And that's what's going to happen to you. You're going to get a memory that hurts. And your job is to sit there and feel how bad it hurts. You're going to cry about it. If you let it in, it's going to hurt more. And you're going to let it hurt. And you're going to try to figure out, why does this hurt so bad? The only way you can figure it out is letting it hurt. Until it doesn't hurt anymore. You'll cry until you can't cry no more. And then you'll stop crying. And then you'll get up, and then you'll take a breath, a cigarette, a bath. You'll get some air in your lungs, right? The element of air, swords, will come through and cut through the bullshit, and then you'll feel better. Or you'll see it differently. You can't see it when it hurts. So you have to go through the hurt to see it. You have to let it hurt. So an example, Marshall lost his mother. I did too. The only way I can connect with my mother is through the hurt. I have to think about her, but I have to feel how bad it is not to have her. First, I have to feel the feeling of not having her first before I can see her. All I can see is not having her, and that's my feelings. I have to go through my hurt feelings first before I can connect with her again. Right? That's all of our memories. When you go back to look at somebody, the first one that pops up is probably some bad memories. And then you get the good memories. You have to work through the bad memories. Because you just haven't healed them. You haven't seen them you're seeing them through a broken heart instead of, an open heart. Because when you have an open heart, then all you see is I see the pain about my mother is I can see when she died. And that's the last memory I have of her. Right? I have this last memory of her in hospice, in this bed. Right? So I have to go through that memory to remember my mom. I have to go to the last time I saw her to remember her. And that hurts. The last time I saw you hurt me. But if I go through that last memory, I can see other memories that don't hurt. Right? So Marshall hurts because he doesn't have his mom. And the only way to stop the hurting is to reconnect with his mother. But the only way to connect with his mother is to connect with the pain that he feels towards his mother. And once he goes through all that pain that he has about her, then he can reconnect with her and it won't hurt. How's he going to do this? He's seen me do it. He's seen me do it. My mom was long dead before I realized what she had done to me, and I had to figure it all out all by myself in my grown skin. And have compassion and have understanding and try to figure it all out without her there. He's seen it done. He's seen how we can forgive someone without them ever being there. How we can do this. So he can do it, but it's not easy. Because we have lots and lots of built up feelings about them. And that's Russ. I'll be loving the shit out of him until you remind me of something that he did, and then I'm like, ugh, I gotta heal this. There's so much to heal. He caused so much pain in my life. Did he really? Nah, not really. I don't know. Maybe. I know he was doing shit intentionally. It's in the videos. I don't know. He was. He tried. Oh, he got me good, man. On his album release. I told him not to make an album. All this shit. I was attacking him. Not only does he come out with a fucking album, then he surprises us with a girlfriend. And then he threw in his mother. I remember looking at the boys like, did you know? Did you know? I felt so confused. I really didn't know. And then, after he made it public, then the Holy Spirit showed me all this fucking proof. They'd been hiding it for months. Months. It's like, why didn't you guys just come out as a couple? Why didn't you guys ever what the fuck were you doing? Why were you... I was very upset. I was very upset. But I played it off very well. And, you know, it took a long time. I wouldn't deal with it. I'm not going to feel that moment. I'm not going to go back to that moment. I don't care. It's over. Now, that moment was pretty harsh, bro. And they kept trying to take me back to that moment. To revisit it. To feel it. Like, why are you trying to hurt me? Why do you want me to hurt about this? They didn't want me to hurt. I did hurt. They wanted me to see that I hurt him. It did hurt. It was embarrassing as fuck. I'd been flirting with him and talking to him in every video with him for months. And then, surprise! He's dating this girl that he's been dating that he dumped and redated. Oh my god. It's like, you didn't even get a new girl? You went to an old girl? Then, you know, I didn't understand it. But now looking back, it's like, I pushed him. I pushed him first. I really did. I rejected him. I really did. Why? Because it was too much. But I still thought that way, Russ, and who the fuck knows why? Why did I think Allie was going to be my husband and have babies? Well, Allie believed he was going to have babies and be somebody's husband by that age, too. So, maybe. But in a sense, though, I believed in you in ways that I didn't understand, and ways that you didn't understand. And it's not you couldn't be that person, because it could happen anytime. In one moment, you could become a father. And who's to say you're not going to be a great father? You know what I mean? The only reason it hasn't happened yet is because you're making sure it doesn't happen yet. You know what I mean? So it wasn't wrong of me to believe that. But then I kind of look back and I'm like, he's such a fucking child. What was I thinking? I didn't see him as a child. I saw him as a man. And the truth is once once that moment happens, he's going to fucking man up real fast. Because he is a good man. He's just enjoying his life and being very childish about it. But who am I to say with Lewis and his his pom-poms? I love you, Louie. I'm pretty childish myself. But in the sense of, that's where it is. So going back to it, it's like, you just kind of got to deal with your emotions about people and places. Pick one. Any fucking one. Anybody that bothers you and try to work through it. Let's start with the ones that really matter, though. You know what I mean? And if you have a lot of built-up emotions towards people that are around you, it's time to be brave and let your truth out. You know what I mean? I had to be brave in telling people how I feel. That's what I teach you here, is how I feel, and you have to be brave about it. What that creates is an understanding for you and a boundary for me. Now you understand how I feel and how I work. And you know what not to do around me. Because I'm expressing my feelings. All different ways. You know what I mean? And that's what's so important is, I don't know how to act around you if you don't tell me what you do and don't like. You know what I mean? If you're always like, everything's fine, then that means that you don't care about anything. You know? Emotional clearing. This was a very vague reading. It really left it open-ended to where you get to choose. It's almost like you get to choose... you choose your dragon, is what I see. You get to put your hand in the bucket and decide what you want to heal. Rather than them telling you what to heal, you get to choose. It's like a wild card. Go figure. I gotta be honest, it's not specific to a relationship, a job, a certain area of your life. It's just telling you to take charge. It's time to separate yourself. I mean, yeah. I think it's kind of cool. They're usually pretty specific in the sense of, and that means it's for everybody. It's for everybody. Yep. We're at 1:25. I really am chilling, dude. I worked all this morning. I don't have to work till tonight. I'm chilling. I plan on actually taking a nap, to be honest. So let me give you some more of this patience, because that's what we were supposed to be reading yesterday. I don't care if we make this a 2-hour. Who's really watching these anyways? I don't know. Let's go back into this. So I went straight to forgive someone. Do you guys need to forgive someone? Forgiving them doesn't mean they got away with it. It just means, I get it. I'm going to let this go. There's a lot of things that my mom, first off, I didn't have the memories to know, and my brothers and sisters will forever have those memories, and they will have those grudges towards her for not being a better mother to them. I just kind of had to let it go. In the sense of, you couldn't be any better than you were. And as much as I thought you should have known better and should have been better, you didn't. Because if you did, you would have. And that's just it. I don't know what people have done to you. And you look back at them, why'd you do this to me? Don't ask why. You want to know the details of why they did it. Just know they were hurting. Can that just be your answer? Could you possibly accept that as an answer? Did somebody hurt you because they were hurting? I guarantee you it is the answer. Let's go into this. 12. No more shame or self-blame is what I turn to. We're in a lot of stuff here. A spell for patience. Okay, we're going to teach you some patience here. You will need your favorite incense, a small glass of water, a candle, a crystal, which could be a howlite, amber, or moss agate, are ideal. Cast a circle around the 4 objects and place 4 objects on your altar. On the grass in front of you, if you're outside, or wherever you can easily reach them. Welcome the deities if you choose to, and greet the elements. What does that mean? If you work with deities, then welcome them in. You put a circle of salt around you because that's tradition. Do I do it? No, but I always carry a little bit right. Where's that baggie? I have a baggie of salt right here that I carry, that stays right here, but I don't cast salt. I don't do all that. But it's part of the ritual. It's always been that way. All right, cast, let's see, welcome the deities if you choose, and that's it. I'm calling my angels, I'm calling, whoever you want if you work like that. And greet the elements, and that's it. What are your elements? Earth, air, wind, fire, and water. All right? Is that it? Earth, air, not wind. Earth, air, fire, water. Close your eyes, take 3 deep breaths, cleansing breaths, drawing in the power of air. When you are ready, light the incense and watch the smoke curl skywards as you in tune. What have I been burning? I actually was guided just to get some Palo Santo. I have a bunch of shit, but that's what I was burning, was Palo Santo. I really like it. It's got like a spice and a musk smell to it that I really like. Let's see. And now there's an incantation that comes. The smoke curls skywards as you intone. Element of air, please soothe my impatience and blow away all my stress and frustrations. Take a sip of water, filling nurture each of your cells, and say, element of water, show me how to flow, and help me learn patience in order to grow. Light the candle. Watch the golden flame dance as it illuminates in the warm and warms you. Then speak these words. Element of fire, please lend me your power and help calm serenity and peace to flower. Now hold the crystal in your hand and feel its earthly strength as you say, element of earth, ground me in a calmer state and grant me the patience and strength to wait. Repeat the final invocation twice more, focusing on the crystal, then finish with blessed be, so mote it be, and so it is, or whatever words you feel are right. Thank the elements and close your circle. The wheel of the year. Working with the seasonal dance of the Wheel of the Year is a wonderful way to cultivate patience because it is key lessons that everything continues, everything happens when it should, and everything is eternal. Attuning yourself to nature is hard. Simply start paying attention to the time the sun rises and sets. Have you noticed? It doesn't actually rise till later in the morning. It's almost 7, 8 o'clock when it's rising here. And the moon, that little stinker, by 6 o'clock it's already over on the west side. The phases of the moon and the trees in your street as they grow, flower, and lose their leaves. Then start to blossom again. Walk through the park, along a beach, or feel the tides of the earth and the energy of the universe as it surrounds you and moves through you. The Wheel of the Year represents the internal cycle of life, death, and rebirth. Literally, this refers to changing seasons. I'm going to jump all the way down to this. Mythologically, it was tied to the story of the, let's see, what is it? The wheel, fertility, autumn, whatever. At the spring equinox, we meet and court before consummating their love during the rites of Beltane. At the summer solstice, the goddess blooms into her mother, pregnant with new life, and the sun god reaches the energetic peak. At that, the sun god weakens through the harvest of Lugnasa and the autumn equinox, before going into the underworld of Sahaim to learn new wisdom. He is reborn at the winter solstice when the goddess gives birth to the infant sun god, and the wheel turns again, playing out the cycle. Okay? So that's where we are. A meditation for rebirth and renewal. Let's see, you can, meditate on the picture is what they're saying. Practice in perseverance, tracking your progress. Let's see. Avoiding catastrophe. It can all be too easy to leap into the wrong conclusion in a situation, reacting to imagined events or blowing the whole thing out of proportion. So cultivate some patience in your daily life too. Before you take offense at something, be sure you know the whole truth of the matter. There may be some simple explanation, something that means your stress, anger, or hurt was not warranted, which could save you and others a lot of pain. If someone appears to have let you down, find out why before you get angry. Have you misinterpreted the tone of the conversation or assumed something that just isn't true, but reacted to a person as if it were? Did they purposely avoid you, or were they rushed to the hospital, stuck at work, or out of range? No, he's purposely avoiding me, dickhead. Take a breath. Ask what the intent was or the reason they did it or didn't do what it is that upset you. I'm not upset. I could have been if I didn't understand, and that's why I was before. When we don't know what people are doing around us, it makes us uncomfortable. But when we have an understanding of what's going on, then you're just fine with whatever it is. Don't let your misinterpretation, which is not based on reality, reframe everything that's happening afterwards in the light. Don't take one simple misunderstanding and run with it, allowing it to color everything so that you see your whole relationship through a different lens, or spin one incident outward to mean the end of something when the other person doesn't even realize you're upset. Find enough patience to discover the truth before you react. Oh, are we reactive? Well, that took a turn. I don't know. Am I not supposed to rip somebody up today? I guess I'll hold off until tomorrow. I'll let it marinate. Have patience. It's hard to be still and to wait to see what's going to happen, because you want to make things happen on your own. I don't know, guys. I mean, all it says is, going back to it is separation. If that's the only thing you should be making happen. I don't know. I really don't. This was a very vague reading because it was left to the interpretation of the listener. What do I need to let go of? I don't know. I'll tell you when I figure it out. I'm a little burnt out right now. I just need to let go of the freaking video and, chill. Just chill. So, that's what I'm going to do. If they're asking you to do something more, then do it. But if you're doing what your mind's telling you, that's not what's being asked. That's your mind not being able to be patient. It needs to keep you busy because nothing else is happening. And in essence, it's creating chaos. You don't know how to relax in peace. If nothing's happening, then that means that everything's good. It's when we're busy that means that we're needed to be busy. If there's no need for us, and that's why I said they took us out of the game, that means they don't need us. Fine. Take care of it by yourself. Just because we can't see what they're doing doesn't mean they're not doing. If we're not doing something, somebody is. Shit's got to get done. The world turns by itself. If we're not part of it, it doesn't mean that we're, we missed something. It just means that we had a day of rest and God took care of our part that day. Really, don't be part of everything. You don't need to be part of anything unless he tells you. And trust me, once you get part of it, you're like, ugh, it pulls you apart, literally. Being part of all kinds of shit. That's all I got for you. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'll give it to you if I have any details to what it is for me. But what does this mean for you? What do you need to detach from? What do you need to take some time to do some emotional clearing about? You know what I mean? What part of your sign are you not honoring? You know what I mean? What parts about you are you not even honoring, period? This is some good work. Hey, I love yous. I'll catch you later, haters.